joke? This man took it seriously. Why would you do that? I meet this boy early November, and by the end of November, we are boyfriend and girlfriend, and I know that's fast, but that's just how it happened. I was in Europe and I thought I was in love, okay? In the beginning, he told me about having 2 jobs, that he hates, he's miserable, he doesn't make that much money, to the point where I was paying 80% of our things. We'd bring the bill for dinner and he would just sit back and wait for me to take it. He even paid for our first date. A month in of knowing of each other's existence, not just dating, this guy comes to my apartment and makes me dinner, and it was really good, and I'm like, wow, that's really good. You know what? You cook, I'll pay the bills. Obviously, as a joke. He laughed, I laughed. I thought we were on the same page. We moved on. 2 days later, I'm looking for an apartment in Barcelona, and he's helping me. He keeps sending me 2 bedrooms, and I'm like, why do I need a 2-bedroom? It's just me. He's like, well, where am I gonna put all my clothes? I have a lot of things. Also, it has to be a pet-friendly apartment because of my dog. I'm like, when did we talk about moving in together?
Things got awkward very quickly between them. Natalia had no idea how to approach the conversation.
I play dumb and I'm like, oh, are you gonna pay for your place and then also half of this? He's like, no, why would I do that? Just like, what do you mean? Why would you do that? He's like, yeah, you said I cook, you pay the bills. As a joke? This man took it seriously. I tell him that I'm joking, that that's not gonna happen, and that he can move in when he can pay his half, and also later in the future. Ever since that happened, I was just anxious every single time we talked about money, or we even went out to dinner, because I knew I was just gonna pick up the tab. But I go to Texas for a whole month, so for a whole month I don't see him. So I forget the money thing, right? I come back, we meet in Portugal, I get the hotel, I get the Ubers, I get the breakfast. He doesn't even bother to say thank you anytime I paid. He gets coffee and lunch here and there. We come back to Barcelona and we're planning a trip to Cadiz. Of course, I paid the hotel.
The issue was getting worse as the days continued. Natalia thought it was time to finally address the issue.
So before going on this trip, I was like, you know what? I want to clear the air so I don't have that anxiety every single time they bring the bill. And I text him and I'm like, hey baby, for this trip and moving forward, I think we should each pay our own stuff because we need to save. You pay for your, I pay for mine. Mind you, he would talk about his savings all the time, saying that he could afford to go to Bali 10 times there and back. Like, he had money, he made decent money, and he just wanted to save it all and didn't want to spend it. When I tell you, he was livid. He starts going off saying how he thinks that's so cheap to split the bill. He's like, in a relationship, I don't notice who is paying more than the other. That he hates people that think that way, that I'm not the Natalia that he met. Who did I talk to that made me change my mind and my way of thinking? You're calling me cheap because I want you to pay for your own. When I tell you I've never been so quick to drop someone, he's 30, I am not dealing with it. This is done. I'm kind of flattered that I was like a little sugar mama for a bit. Silver lining, right?
Natalia followed up after the video to offer advice to others.
It's tough to realize that there is a possibility that the person you care about may be using you because you are not the type to take advantage of anybody or manipulate them into doing stuff for you. So if my video and the comments of other girls sharing their experiences as well help someone realize that a little bit quicker, then I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. I gave what I could to this boy because I thought he was struggling, and was that naive? Maybe, but that is just how I love, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. And that was just a lesson that I needed to learn. We live and we learn.
From refusing to contribute rent, holidays, and even dinner, it sounds like Natalia dodged a bullet with her ex. I can't get over that he tried to tell her he thought she was being disrespectful. As you can imagine, the comment section were filled with people who came to Natalia's defense and shared their own stories. One person said, "You were his American dream." Another viewer wrote, "Every time you said I paid, my heart skipped a beat." A lot of comments couldn't believe how open Natalia was about her story, with one saying, "The FBI couldn't get this information out of me." At least Natalia doesn't have to worry about someone refusing to pay for anything anymore. Do you know or have any similar experiences with ex-partners? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to follow our other social pages for more content like this. And if you have any of your own videos you'd like to share, be sure to send them in. As always, thanks for watching Happiest.